5, 4, 3, 2, 0.
Jump into our ship of Thesius. We got a spelljammer, hell made of grease and rust. Oh, bring all your friends. Adventure begins with us.
The gala is in full swing on the ship of Theseus, and so is the shenanigans. Dell getting an interesting conversation with the Madame Mayor. Healer having punched their way out of the bottom of the ship. Oh my god. And I guess that brings us back to Alabaster. Megan just disappeared. We'll say we used your first 6 seconds to make your way back to the center main deck of the ship. So you're in the center of everything going on. But you've got less than a minute left.
Yeah, I run to the photo op room. I open the door and I say, Hubel, we have to leave.
Oh my, okay. Just 1 minute.
No time left. Let's go.
Alabaster?
Hubel, we have to leave. I will
Hello?
meet you. I will meet you up on the mid deck.
He's just got his hands out in front. Where are you?
I run up to the mid deck into the room that Grolprig, the treant, is like sitting on.
Yeah, so it's still the exterior. It's the second level of the exterior of the ship that the tree is. Yeah.
Great.
You're right there. You see the waitstaff meandering around, and you see a guy in a blue robe also still kind of poking and prodding the tree.
This guy in the blue robe is prodding the tree?
Yeah.
He's been by this tree this whole...
Yeah, absolutely.
Whole time.
I will say, we're going to go with getting to Hubel and getting to here was your next 2 rounds of 6 seconds.
Great. So I'm at 18?
Yeah. Giving him a once-over, he's very much initially giving Hagridy vibes, and he's not just touching the tree randomly. He's, like, following the structure of it. He seems to have a knowledge about how the trees grow and an innate plant eye that he's looking at this. He also seems to, because you're right there and you're invisible, I'm not going to have you check for it, seems to be taking scrapings of the tree as well.
I just realized something. Before I get here, I turn to Ember and I say, you need to leave. Because Ember's not invisible. Ooh. And I say, I will meet you at the hotel.
I will give this to you as an option.
Yeah.
Both because I didn't really think about it before, but also because this does make sense. I'll say because Ember was draped over you, functionally, the invisibility spell was cast on you both. If Ember leaves you, I will say it gets separated from the spell. But because they were literally draped over you, like, it wouldn't make sense that, like, it didn't turn Ember invisible, but it turned your clothes invisible, sort of a thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'll give you that option.
Great. I'll... Ember's drunk. Ember, go home.
All right.
Go head to the hotel.
Ember, like, shakes their head, trying to, like, get focused, and I'm going to need you to give me a Constitution save for Ember.
Okay. Oof, that's not great. Yeah, that's a 5.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay.
Baby girl.
Ember hops off of you as this guy in the blue robe's like, holy shit, because a flaming bird just appeared out of nowhere. And Ember gives it 1 solid flap, 2 solid flap, and makes it just far enough to get over the edge of the ship. And then just, like, falls out of sight.
Oh, no. Oh. And as this dwarf is freaking out, I say, hey, now, don't you worry there.
Oh, my God.
Don't you worry there, sir. It's me.
Who's there?
It's Golprig. And I just have
He just looks down. Oh, God. He looks down at the shavings in his hand, and his eyes just are, like, stuck open.
Don't worry. Hey, don't worry. You've been doing a mighty fine job. Listen, what you just saw was my spirit start to reawaken. That's what just left.
What?
You're doing great work, but what was it that you were doing? Because I don't know how you did this, but there's a way you can reawaken me.
Oh my God.
I was studying. I wanted to know what kind.
But look into your heart.
Huh?
Look into your heart. You know this is true. You know this can be done. What did you do, fine sir?
I was just trying to figure out I was taking shavings. What tree? I want to know what tree you were. This can bring you back to life?
Listen, I don't have much time.
How long have you been dead?
I feel myself drifting away. What is the name of the brave man who brought me back from the edge of death?
You just have to ask me that. This is the one guy that I forgot to grab his name from my notes.
All right, time to improvise some names.
Oh
baby.
my god. My name is Agron.
Well, listen, I don't have much time left on this mortal plane here, but if you want, there are some people who can help you.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to head to the Glow-Trout Hotel near the Pour One Out bar. You're gonna ask for Captain Mayonnaise's room when you get there.
Captain Mayonnaise?
There's some brave, brilliant individuals who will be able to help you.
Why are you sending him to us?
Okay.
I'm trying to run away.
But listen, only you can help bring me back to life. Only you.
I have so many questions. Girl prig. Girl prig. Are you there?
I leave.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. We're gonna say all that did take at least 2 more rounds.
Great. Of course.
So we're gonna say you're at least at 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm ready to get off this ship.
Okay.
I'll go back and try and find Hubel.
Okay, going back, you head your way back to the photo op room just as he's like slowly making his way out with his hands extended, like trying to feel around. Just,
I just grab his wrist and say, we gotta go.
oh, master, I swear to the captain.
Can I see Dell or Healer or anyone?
Okay, as you make your way back to the main deck, this probably does line up beautifully with you see Dell, if not like at the gangplank to leave, on the main deck headed for the gangplank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just. Wait, where are the gift bags?
I read the one-word bag and I never got my gift.
Like on the way out, I'm just gonna like show my thing. I'm just like gift bag. I'm gonna just grab a gift bag and just walk out.
Yeah, as you head to the bottom of the gangplank, there's a
my
table
God,
that's
that's
like
hilarious.
halfway through getting set up because we are not anywhere near the end of this party, but you guys are.
Hey. Gift bag.
Yes, sir.
Gift bag.
Yeah, he hands you like one of the first gift bags off the table.
I give Hubel my ticket.
Oh, I got a ticket.
Yeah, I'm invisible, mate.
What? Oh, okay.
He wants his gift, dude.
As the ticket just materializes in his hand as its
Yeah.
invisibility is. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing with this?
We've got to go. Oh, Christ! I just
okay.
leave. I leave.
I mean, he's going in that direction. He's heading for the exit too. And as he like, as he sees you, Del, but he's very clearly just trying to get your attention without saying your name. Like,
I'm just waving my hand, just like
come on, have you seen? And he's just like, thank you for the gift bags. Okay, thank you. I'm coming. And he waddles away. Da, da, da. Okay.
Ah, damn it.
And you're all off the ship.
Well, that was quite eventful. Do we see Healer? Healer!
What do we see?
Del, this way.
Yeah, actually, both of you give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Not
Me or
you.
that-
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just booking it for when.
Ooh, 12.
Can Ember have found Healer?
Can you have found Ember?
Sure. Perception is 17.
Okay, Alabaster, you definitely hear the sorry, what was the noise, Lindsay? Yeah, you definitely hear that noise coming from further down in the garden.
All right, I'm gonna run that way.
Okay, and as you're just hauling down the path, where there's the concentric rings of the path, you make your way to a point where there's a left turn that goes to the outermost ring, and split turn, you're like keeping an eye on your surroundings, you're looking left and right to just make sure nobody's like on your tail or whatever, and as your head bends left to see down that path, you just see one wing move forward, and then the other wing move forward of Ember just like literally crawling along the ground.
Ember, we've got to figure out a 3-step program for you or something. And I just pick her up, put her on my shoulder. Let's go, come on.
And you make it away.
No, way quicker.
It's only 3 because he's a quarter of the size. It's not a 12-step program. That's
Okay. You guys reconvene. Much hecticness, much screaming still. Much, what is that you're holding? Much, what is going on with Ember?
I
Much, what is happening? Where is Alabaster?
Someone should probably tell me to stop screaming.
Anybody do so?
Healer! It's fine. What's going on? Why are you gloating?
Can I grab the thing out of Healer's hands?
Don't touch it!
I mean,
I think that answers your question.
Why? What happens when you let go of it?
As
I
you say
take
that,
a
the invisibility
step
spell.
back.
You step back, invisibility spell just dispels off of you at that point.
do I know what this is? Can I?
I mean, all of you can easily tell that it's like matching the roots of the Orca-Lily and the rest of it.
Well, let's get out of here first.
Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of the streets.
Let's get out of here. We need to go somewhere.
We need to not be in the public eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Where do you wanna go?
Shittiest hotel.
I'm gonna pass without trace on us. So we have plus 10 to any stealth rolls.
Great. 'cause
God
I have that at
Damn!
Here.
Did you say plus 10?
Plus 10 to any stealth rolls.
Great, because all of my stealth is at disadvantage.
That makes my stealth. I might as well just not roll.
oh, I
That
need
makes
to roll.
my stealth a plus
I can,
17.
I can still fuck this
Dang!
up. I could still
Holy
fuck this
shit.
up.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so where do you guys want to go?
Wait, do you need to roll for that? It's
What?
a spell.
You do. You do need to roll for spell.
We're fine, everyone. We're fine. That's a 10.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
You guys meander your way. Or not meander, you're stealth checking? Everybody stealth checking all the way? I
Yeah.
hear a lot of dice getting prepped.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cocks.
Great. You know what? That worked out.
I got a 23.
Okay?
At disadvantage, I got 28.
Nice.
Wait,
Okay.
are we disadvantaged?
No, he's
I-
disadvantaged.
Oh.
I don't move well.
Oh, yeah, you're a big lumbering.
One of my
fucking dude.
legs is bad, yeah.
And you got a bad leg. All
And I
right.
got a bad leg.
Well,
but
thank goodness for your pass without a trace because that got me to a dirty 20.
Wow.
Oh, with the you said plus
You
17,
rolled a
right?
Plus,
Three?
I rolled a trash 3.
Wow.
God. All right.
I rolled a 20 and an
crazy.
18.
All right. Through the gardens, undetected. I will say here, unaware to you guys, undetected to all but one.
No.
Who you can put 2 and 2 together as to who that was.
Our friend.
I'm guessing Usain?
Nope.
The dog?
Bruder.
It's
The dog.
AJ. It's AJ, right?
Bloodmouth, you guys don't know, but
Freaking-
Bloodmouth was already watching Healer running
Yeah.
and screaming.
Yeah,
so-
Bloodmouth already
yeah.
saw me.
Bloodmouth.
Bloodmouth and I are BFFs.
But as best as you can tell, to no one else's ability to trace, you guys make it to, well, I guess make it to where do you want to go? Are we going back for the hotel? Are we going for one of the other
No,
districts?
I think
New
I
place.
think you're right. I think the cheapest
Even
hotel
shittier. Is there even a shittier?
Like
is
a
even shittier
Dingy
place?
garbage.
Even dingier.
Oh, also just to say it, because I didn't say it before, Hubel got a 17, so his was a 20. So.
Great.
Yay,
Good on
Hubel.
Okay.
Good job.
Um,
I can't believe the person rolling at disadvantage got the best stuff.
I know.
yeah, no kidding.
I rolled a natural 20 and an 18, and I have 0 stealth.
Dang, son!
So
That's amazing.
that-
Okay.
that's the best I'm ever gonna do with stealth. It's all downhill from here.
Wow. That's
So,
crazy.
you guys think back to your journey so far. You said you're looking for like one of the dingiest places, one of the cheapest places.
Out of sight, unless that's what they
Something-
expect.
So the
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. We shouldn't head to the residential district.
Where do you think we should go?
Well, where do they have...
I mean, that's
Crappy
just where they
motels.
would probably expect that we'd be staying for the night. There's got to be something crappy at the entertainment district, right?
Are there? Would I
my
know
gosh.
of any other places to stay that are
Can
not
we go
in
to
the
a brothel?
residential?
I'm just kidding.
Are there places to stay that are not in the residential area? Like, are there?
well, I mean, yes. There's the much higher end hotels and like actual entertainment complexes that make up the entertainment district. But those are all the pricier places. Though the thought doesn't get lost in you guys to potentially get lost in the crowd around there. The cheapest place, the cheapest place of known hotels would probably be the residential district. It is where primarily everybody is housed. There are a number of hotels though, so you don't have to necessarily stay in the same one you were in. But aside from that, you're just going to have largely the business and places of work in the industrial district that could be potentially places you go hide out, but I can't say it'll be anywhere with a bed unless you're lucky.
Any space B&Bs?
Welcome to the Astral B&B.
You've heard of Airbnb. How about
No.
Space B&B?
That's good.
That's a really good Lindsay.
Well, I mean, if we don't want to go to the residential district, another option we have is going to the entertainment district. But a lot
Rather
of
do
the
that than go to the docks.
Healer doesn't care at all. I can sleep in a bucket.
It's pricey though, unless we can finagle our way in under
That's
paying.
kind of what I'm curious about.
Either that or we stow away on a ship in the shipping yard that's under being repaired.
Sam, what time is it?
Right now it's the late afternoon. You guys left the party early, so I wouldn't say you're much past what would be like the 7 or 8 p.m.
Could we head into, like, just a
Hey,
tavern?
Hubel.
Yeah.
How long is that library open?
There.
All night?
Sorry, which library? There's
The one you were at, the one
the one back in the industrial district.
Yeah.
Sorry, I also use the research center in the entertainment district. But as far as I know, the library in the entertainment district is 24/7.
24/7. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that. That's actually brilliant.
Just find a nice cozy area and just kind of pass out for a little while.
Yeah.
Pass out.
I mean, how many people go to the library? Let's be honest.
We can... No, that's actually very smart. We can, because then we can sleep in shifts and potentially
I think.
keep doing work.
And then,
You guys.
yeah, we could, cause, oh god, what a day.
I'm sorry.
I have a billion letters in me!
What?
We should look over those.
We should get somewhere first.
Wait, what do you mean you have?
Healer, why are you glowing?
These two don't notice because they weren't there for it, but I will say at this point you notice that the circuit that's running through your arms and through the battery is getting slower.
What do you have? So what is this thing? Can I assess what this is based on what I'm looking?
I mean, everybody can definitely tell, like I said, the part that's the plant, the part
Yeah.
that's Arca-Lily,
Root.
the metal cat.
Can I grab the part that's not the ends that Healer is holding and just
Yeah.
like
And I'm like, yeah!
and just disconnect it?
You pull it out of Healer's hands.
Don't do it. Wait, okay, so I'm gonna look. Can I look at this thing?
We'll start with this. Let's
Okay.
start with this. You put your hand on it,
Yeah.
and it is just fleshy plant matter. Like
Okay.
it's not like it's metallic or covered in plastic or anything. It is literally just like a root.
Okay. But do I see this current going through her and back into the thing?
Yes, it is very visible thanks to Healer's body.
Okay.
Hey everyone, we've got 1 hour to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Can we get
Then let's go. I assume we're doing this while we're walking.
I'm
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
No, we're
I
just.
might be ahead
I
of
assume
her.
we're doing this while we're walking.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody follow me.
Walking? I'm fucking booking it. I don't even know where we're going. And I
Then
love
you guys
going.
are probably... You
I
guys
pick
are probably,
Hubel up. Come on.
Okay.
You guys are
That
probably
way.
figuring all that out while I'm sort of just like charting a path
Yeah.
in front of us.
Good.
I'm
Right.
just running.
Yeah, with Hubel just pointing the direction as well. Yeah, returning to the question, you're getting the principles in terms of the circuitry, in terms of the power and the root. As far as you're aware, Healer didn't have electrical potential before, so you're
Okay.
pretty sure this is centered in the plant.
Learning something new every day.
You're very curious about the caps on either side of the root in terms of how they're being conductive,
Yeah.
how they're creating this little loop. Because elsewise, you're starting to put the pieces together of how tech works here. And like the 2 and 2 of you've seen some of the tech being used throughout the city, and presumably the entire entertainment district is powered similarly to this. You just haven't seen the
I need more-
application. Now you know the application,
Yeah.
right?
I need. Okay. But it seems like there's a current running through Healer, and we need to stop that.
Yeah, because I'm basically using a battery for nothing.
As we're running, is there a safe way I can figure out how to do that? Or is it just yank?
I
I mean, if you disconnect both ends at the same time.
yeah.
But it depends.
We'll do-
Would you yank it out of my hands? Would I let you?
As a wonderful Pixar movie once said, adventure is out there.
Oh, okay. I guess straight to the library. When we get there, we'll deal with this.
Okay. You guys arrive in the library, largely quiet. It's a library. Barely anybody there. And you can make your way deep enough into the library, into the just what feels like catacombs of books, but is still just a very large library.
Is it dark, or is it just like, are there lights in here?
Oh, it's well. I mean, it's well lit enough that you can read.
Great. Okay. Okay.
Our path without trace probably ends.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this to say, because Pass Without Trace given the timing of you leaving and giving the stealth you were going for, I will take notes on how well you guys did in terms of if somebody were trying to track you, does not now know where you went.
Great.
You could have potentially gone to any of the 3 districts.
Cool.
Oh, we could have gone to Brooders too.
Which district?
I just realized we could have gone to Brooders.
No, that's fine. This is
That's
better.
cool. No, this is actually
No, Brooder works for the mayor. Like,
That's
he probably
true.
wouldn't be on
You know
board
what,
for
you're
a lot
right.
of the shit we just did.
This is the. I think this.
I
is ridiculous.
fucking broke the ship.
What district did we end up in?
I'm sorry. What?
Industrial district.
What do you mean that you broke the ship?
broke
Well, listen.
the ship.
Hey everyone, we might have somebody looking for Captain Mayonnaise. Sounds like it was an eventful evening at the gala.
Yeah. Lady May. Oh god, we have a lot to unpack.
Yeah, who wants to go first? What did we find?
All right.
Okay.
Could Healer spit out moist papers onto the table?
Yeah, let's. Let's.
I got lots of letters.
How about this? Let's lay everything out that we have, and then we'll read over it, and then let's go over the information that we have out loud, take notes, and then see if we can connect everything. I'm gonna grab. I have some. Healer, and I grab the bag, and I'm like, "This is yours." This is all your
Okay.
stuff.
All here.
Okay, I'm taking my stuff back.
Healer stuff
Great.
out of the bag.
All stuff. Yeah.
I might.
I'm gonna take my important stuff,
All of.
but lighten my load a little bit.
I
He can keep the
personally
hammer.
might
Okay.
catch up on some sleep while you guys read everything.
Yeah.
Reading
I'll
is
just-
not
I can't
my
read shit.
specialty.
I'll read. You. If you need to go sleep first, I'll go. Through
I can
everything.
listen. I can sleep in 4 hours. So
Okay.
if we want to sleep in shifts, if you two stay up for the first one, I can
Actually,
stay
you
up
know
for
what?
the
I
next
would
one.
not mind sleeping first. That's fine. Well, I gestured the battery. I think we need to deal with this right now.
Is anybody gonna fill the penguin in on what's going on?
Oh, you're so dumb.
Okay, we need to deal with this battery right now. So, okay. Can
I think this.
Healer,
Healer.
healer, put it down.
I'm going.
I'm scared.
Okay, Healer. I'm going to disconnect from it, and you're going to pull your hands away. But we have to do it at the exact same time. Do you trust me? I yank it.
Yeah, same as before. There's the tingle of the circuit breaking running through your arms, but not enough of a current that I'm going to say it gives you damage.
Okay.
Healer, you okay? You okay?
Oh my.
Okay. Where the hell did you find all of this?
I was in the boat.
I'm gonna start.
What? In the moon?
In the boat.
Oh, in the
in the-
ship. Okay.
Well, of course you were. We all were.
In the bottom of the boat.
Oh. Oh. Wait. I was in the bottom of the boat.
I saw you. You're dumb.
What do you mean, Jolley?
Brilliant.
I would be mad if I wasn't kind of impressed.
I was there.
How did I not see you?
I was hiding.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, do you know what any of this is?
This one, fun.
Good.
This one, sacrifica.
What? Oh,
So.
I do not think that says what you think it says.
Sacrifica.
Sure. We'll go over that. I'm so tired.
I read.
You did.
It's so big.
I'm so proud of you. You did really good. Okay, what do we see?
So you have the
It's
stack
been
of
me.
4 different papers that sort of look like Excel spreadsheets.
4
Pretty
papers.
Excel spreadsheet, I guess. You have the big blueprints for the Eon Wheel, which are largely straightforward. The
Eon wheel is the big like Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then schematics for the 4-port thruster in terms of like how it was built pre-installation, and just stats and figures about the kinds of energy draws and power it needs to run.
All right. Anything in particular that stands out? The kind of Does it use the Arca Lily power in order to power itself? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, give me an investigation with advantage for you, because this is your wonderful expertise.
Nat 20.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let's go.
Baby!
What you don't see is the plant side of this. This is the schematics for the mechanical side, right? But what this does mean is you see everything that the machine is built in order to do. These are the schematics that got handed off to somebody to say, hey, go build this thing.
Okay.
It looks like it was largely built in orbit around Fourport and then flown in and installed once completed.
Okay.
Like sort of docking style. The tricky part, which takes you, well, not that long, you rolled a natural 20, I guess, to figure this out, is the connections. What you see is that the connections derived by the machine would suggest that they're connecting to roots that are meters thick, that are huge roots. And as that kind of comes together, it's not a big jump, especially with a nat 20,
And with me holding it.
and you holding it, to think that the thruster is basically hardwired in close to the center of the Arca Lily.
Okay. Well, that makes sense with the amount of power that's going through that. Okay, so we have that, and the Eon Wheel. Anything interesting about that, or is it just?
Well, reading everything through,
just
what you end up
going
seeing
through.
is like the design philosophy, but behind both in terms of the notes, in terms of why things are. It's the translating notes for the builders, so that way they have a better understanding of like, oh, we got to build things this way in order to aid the outcome of the design.
Right.
And largely with the Eon Wheel, you're seeing things about how it needs to run smoothly, how it needs to have backups in case of power failure, it needs to have safety precautions just to get everybody back to the ground. You see the interconnected magic and the consistent strain of using Tensor's floating disk for that long.
Right.
And
that
that
makes
scale.
sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Does it, on a nat 20, does it seem like it's used for anything other than...
Excellent question, because this one is definitely used just for entertainment.
Okay.
Just for fun. F-U-N.
Great.
Very good job. Very good job. And then there's the papers as well.
Yes.
So-
Before those, though.
Before the papers. Okay,
on
so
the thruster.
Healer's
thruster.
gonna raise their hand just like I'm doing now.
yeah.
Yes, healer?
You
What are the words around sarcophagus?
it's pronounced sacrifice because
Sacrifice.
exactly strange
No,
dog.
Scoob, that's not a good thing.
Exactly. Strange dog that wandered into the library. Yes.
Strange alien dog. Oh god, that's canon.
I don't know why I said that. Little...
It's blood.
So sometimes the C can sound like an S.
I don't care.
Okay.
What does
okay.
it mean?
Sacrifice. It
Reading through this,
Like, what is the sentence surrounding this word?
Yes, the word sacrifice.
the sentence around the word sacrifice is
I'm just like rambling, trying to figure out how to ask him this question because I don't understand even why I'm asking.
Sacrifice.
But that I don't know what this means,
here
and I
it
don't know
is.
what it means in the span of all the words next to it.
Okay, sacrifice. I find where it says sacrifice. I'm going to read out that area for healer.
it says, with power distribution at its current standing, be aware of the energy sacrifice made to run this machine.
With power distribution, be aware of the energy sacrifice made to run this machine.
This is about the machine the wife made. That this is the battery for.
This is these are the thrusters. Yeah, it's the thrusters.
So they're starting to lack in power distribution and the energy
Wait,
sacrifice?
but I think this has to do with the casino.
Well, yeah.
That's where all of the energy is going. So people are going to be able to. They need. Got it. They need
need the
magical
energy.
energy power the thrusters, and the way they're going to get it is through people.
Us and cashing in our
So with that,
energies.
we'll jump into that part of the conversation where, oh, by the way,
I'm not saying. Healer's not talking.
Madam Mayor was working on some slot machine where they were going to be able to collect arcane power from people. Like you would spend magic in order to try to play for magic. Does that seem like something that would be connected with
It
this?
seems like whatever magic people spend into that machine, into that slot machine.
And it accumulates,
It
and then what are they going
accumulates. Some of it probably goes to the jackpot winner, but the rest probably goes into the thrusters.
to make up for the amount of energy
But
that
so-
it probably uses?
What is this piece of paper that says "Beware of the energy sacrifice"?
This is the thruster blueprint.
The thruster blueprint, yeah.
It's on the giant thruster that pushes the entire station.
Right. With the rest of the context, I'm reading through the rest of the notes on here. Largely, it is about energy maximizing, maximum efficiency. Like literally, what even the shape of the thruster is to get the maximum usage per square inch per psi that it can.
Yeah.
Do.
I imagine
it is
it uses-
a response to the threat of falling into the black hole.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that. I was gonna say, isn't that what's keeping them in place? The constant thrusters externally.
Yep.
So if they're having to funnel the energy source from consumers or whatever, these people coming in and everything, because if that runs out, they plummet.
So it seems like I'm gonna take a guess.
Healer's
here.
just like doo doo doo.
This is well, you're the other voice in my brain, so I'm just I'm gonna take a guess here, but with the
I'm
amount
pretty
of
dumb too.
and
This
the
is
amount of
probably just you.
energy
talking.
that is being used by the thrusters is probably more than the Arcalili can continuously handle. Is that something that am I reading into this, or do we think that the Arcalili is able to actually handle this sort of thing?
I mean, that would make a lot of sense. I don't know. Did you guys see the opening ceremonies?
It was
the
able to
presentation?
push.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were a bit
I mean, it
distracted
was
because Healer ran off and was talking to somebody who ended up being Dell's mortal enemy.
gorgeous
But
machine.
Oh, well, that's a whole bag of worms. But what I was going to say was the thruster isn't always on. Didn't they just turn it on and turn it off?
They did, yeah, but what if they had to continually use it? How much energy does that actually use? Because I'm assuming it's
I imagine
connected.
it uses a lot.
It's connected directly to the Arcalili's core, at least somewhere close by, to some of the thickest roots. If it were to continuously push, how much energy would it have to use before the Arcalili is used up?
wait,
Fucking a
So-
lot.
hang on. Let's put some pieces together.
And
are
that powers everything
People
here.
are being stranded here. Right? People are being stranded here like we are.
Yeah.
There's going to be a need for people to cast magic into this slot machine. I think a lot of these things might be working together, that they might be luring in people not just to get money off of them, but to get their arcane power off of them.
But casinos, they bring in people to collect their money, and now they're using it as maybe an arcane supply. But this battery is interesting. Now that I have the battery, does it look like it would have been? I don't know if this is metagaming or not, but because I was able to see the slot machine and I saw the rough size of what could have fit in there, and I'm holding this thing, am I able to put 2 and 2 together?
Yes, with your nat 20, most definitely.
Okay.
And you specifically gave him the dimensions
Yeah.
of something missing.
It's about the size of a log. This is about the size of a log. Interesting. How's this thing looking? Is it looking okay?
I mean, it looks intact. It looks fine. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's just softly pulsing.
This is bad if they don't have this, right?
I don't think they can use that machine, or at least for now they'll have to make a new one. I don't
But-
know how easy it is to make this. I could probably reverse engineer it and figure it out.
Yes,
or,
but here's my
we need to
question,
hide
Del.
it. That's the big
Del,
thing. We need to hide it.
Why? Del, here's my question. What could be
What?
their nefarious purpose for this machine? It seems that the purpose for this machine is A, to let people gamble with it, and B, to keep the people who live here from flying into the black hole. Is there a nefarious reason, like is there some reason that they shouldn't have that? Because if people who are here fly into the black hole, us being 4 of them, that's
Thank you.
bad.
That is bad. You're not wrong.
Well,
You
yeah,
do bring
it
up
makes
a
sense for
good.
business.
You bring up a good point. It could be good for business. Maybe they're just selling magic, but I keep circling back to this,
don't wanna
and I'm
do-
tapping. I tap the blueprints. The power sacrifice.
Trust me, as somebody who might have done it before, we don't want to doom an entire planet.
Okay, the lack of disclosing the information to people is what's negative and nefarious about it. It's not
Yeah.
why they need it. It's the fact that
No
they're
one's-
not telling people, what they're doing.
It's not like they're giving people.
And especially now in the prototype era, people are getting their magic energy just sucked from them.
Sure. But if they don't, everyone might die.
I know, but if you were to disclose it, what if millions of people came and everyone siphoned some of their energy? Like if they were to disclose this impending crisis. But Healer is just like, look at that bird.
If only we knew somebody in the media who could disclose all of this to the people. I'm saying I don't think that's
Your girlfriend.
I'm saying I don't think that's our job. I think that my job at the moment is to not let an entire another civilization die.
Looking at the blueprints, does it give measurements as to how much energy it uses compared to how much the Arca-Lily... Does it answer my question of, does it use more energy than the Arca-Lily is able to recover?
Oh,
In
that
the
is
sense
a really
of-
good question. I
Because
would
this
have to
word,
say,
I'm trying to figure out like the source of the word, like power sacrifice.
yeah, the power
it was-
sacrifice that was made. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I would say that you have the numbers for how much power it would take
Yeah.
to run this thing, but there's not on here the numbers for how much the Arca-Lily supplies at a time.
So, I guess the question is it nefarious that we took this? Because you're absolutely right. It brings up the moral question of, is this something that we just need to leave behind and we allow this to happen so that they can keep the city from falling into the black hole? But this also brings the question, why not just tell everybody that this is what is needed? But then...
Well, I'll be honest.
This might be
If
one of
we-
those...
I'll be honest. If we tell everyone that there's potential that they fall into the black hole,
I mean, they'll want to leave, or
wanna-
there'll be a panic, or there'll be,
Yes.
riots, and people will be marching up and down the street going,
so all of these things that you're saying sound
Shut-
bad.
Sorry, guys, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what are these things?
Turning to the other pieces of paper you found,
It just
Yeah.
looks like a long list of names and
I wanted to look at that. Yeah.
Places.
What is this list? I grab it.
So looking it over, it is indeed a very, very long list of first and last names. Long list of either places or just checkboxes. And at the end, monetary values in gold pieces and platinum pieces.
In platinum pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Beneficiaries? Question mark.
And there's check boxes, and are there boxes that are checked off? These check boxes.
Some of them.
Okay.
So if the first column is first name, second column is last name, third column is either a location or just a line or check through that
Okay.
box, and then the last column is monetary values.
I'd like to
Names.
investigate a couple things.
Okay, names, places, and then monetary value.
First thing I'd like to investigate, do I see any of our names?
Flipping through all the documents, no, you do not.
Okay, next thing I'd like to investigate, do I see any of AJ or his crew's names?
Flipping
From
through,
the
no.
Crooked Gem. Okay.
Okay. What about Megan?
You do not see Megan's name.
Okay, interesting.
I'd like to.
Actually, that being said, though, you do see a number of Megans on there, but I don't think at this point you guys know what Megan's last
The
name is.
mayor and his lady, are they on the
Mayor,
list?
the mayor and Madam Mayor?
You do not see either of their names.
Okay, so
Oh, shoot. What was the name that the dude in blue told me his name was?
names. I have
Write it
names.
down a second time.
I have names.
Asher?
Agron. Agron.
Agron.
Yeah, it is
Agron.
Agron.
Do I
Yep.
see Agron on there?
You don't see Agron on there.
Okay, names. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Honey.
You don't see Mr. and Mrs. Honey.
What on earth?
There was a paladin at the party. I think his name was Havrick.
You don't see Havoc on there.
Okay. Okay.
While they're
names.
looking for names of people, can Healer wander around the library looking for a box of crayons or something?
Yes, absolutely.
Or like just wandering until they find crayons?
Yeah, you find a note station that just has like a bunch of different pencils and writing utensils and markers, highlighters.
Are there any names that stand out to me?
Why don't both of you give me an investigation check on this list?
Okay.
Well-
as well.
Dirty 20.
Terrible.
Okay,
5.
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. I guess that gives you both of them though. Okay, dirty 20. The first thing that you notice on here is that they're all women's names.
Okay.
The second thing that you notice on here
Their name is Megan. Okay. Yeah.
is that all of the names, at least traditionally or at least inferably, are either astral elf, human, tiefling, or satyr.
Everyone?
All the names.
While they're
What?
doing
But I
that.
don't see my name.
Nope.
And we don't see the mayor's.
Nope.
And we don't see Megan. Well, we see a bunch of Megans.
Right, you see Megan's, but you don't know if any of them are her.
What is Megan? She's an
She's
astral
an astral elf.
She's an astral elf as well. Okay, just making sure.
What was the name? What was the name of the tiefling that you met?
Oh, yes. That's an excellent one. That is going to be Bibbidi Bobbidi back the fuck up in my notes.
Do we see Bibbidi Bobbidi back the fuck up?
Cash
No, you
Sun.
see a Sir Bop, but wouldn't be a Sir
Supreme
Bop, it's
Captain
Madam
Cash Sun.
Yeah, but
no.
we're looking
God.
for women.
Women.
Oh, women. That's right.
They were both masculine, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
the
Yeah.
Captain and Supreme Captain.
The
Well, never mind then.
halfling,
Damn. Okay.
Cool.
I don't know other. I mean, well, that's. Okay. I don't know of any other women.
Yeah.
It wasn't what you said, it was the way you said it.
All of the characters
that's-
that Sam has introduced us to have been men.
That's
so.
that's canon. And
What?
you see
Get
for
it,
a second. No, this is
Bibbidi
legitimate.
Bobbidi, no the fuck it isn't.
That reaction was legitimate, and you see Dell just kind of trails off for a second and just kind of thinking about something, and he kind of snaps back.
Still, you all right there?
Yeah, just thinking about what to do next, because this is weird.
Well, I'm tired, and I don't think that I will be much help to you here. I'm going to help.
Is Brooder on there? No, he's not a Brooder.
I'm going to help Hubel with something else really fast while you continue to look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Hubel, can I see you over
right.
here?
Yes, please. Yeah.
While they've been looking at the scrolls with names, Healer's coloring in the dioramas. What? Healer's coloring in the blueprint pictures.
oh, that's great. Heck yes. Turning to the side conversation.
Okay. So, Alabaster, sorry. Sorry, did you want to talk about something? I need to talk to you about something.
Yes, I'm aware. That's why I don't have anything to talk to you about. I know
Oh,
you
good.
have to talk to me about something.
Okay. How do I put this? Okay. I guess I need to ask you. Do you really think that you were this King Baxter you were talking about before?
I don't know. I don't. I'll be honest. I'll light some of the fire on my hand. I don't know what I am. Do you see this? You've
Where?
seen Ember. You've seen all the things I can do. You see the wings that sprout from my back. I've never seen an astral elf be able to do that. And I've never seen an astral elf this color of ash. It does look a lot like dead bodies. So, I'll tell you this. I don't know if I am more the primordial being of flame that's inhabiting this astral elf body, if that's my consciousness, or if I am the late King Baxter reborn. I thought I was the latter, and I thought I was reborn because the gods decided that I was as heroic and necessary to the gods' mission that they needed me to come back to life, and clearly that's not the truth.
Yeah? Well, okay. I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better. Let's just say I've been worried if you are. I found stuff.
What?
So digging up stuff about the Astral Elves was pretty difficult. Zari 9 and Zari 10, a lot of their documentation and historical records seems to have gone down with the planets. Sure. So what I ended up having to do was I turned to other civilizations' resources and other civilizations' histories.
Aye.
And the two major ones that I looked at were the next closest world to the last known place of Zari 9 and Zari 10, and their opponents in the 5 millennia long war against the Autonomes. I looked into Autonome history. So I also am a little embarrassed. Sorry. There's a thing. You remember how I was carbon dating your stuff?
Yes.
I don't know whether it's because we were on the run and I was frazzled and the whole thing with the oddmonger and whatever. I got my numbers a little bit wrong when I was dating those. But I double-checked. Like a good scientist. You double-check your shit. So I was wrong when I said it was a couple thousand years ago. I think I said somewhere around 4K years ago.
Sure.
Mostly because I think my fault was I was looking for a date that they were similar, right? Both the letter and the map.
All right.
The letter, if my calculations now are correct, and based on what's written in it, suggests it's from around 14,000 years ago.
Oh.
So, yeah. So that was the thing. Because I was also trying to look for a similar match with your map, right? Well, it looks like your map actually dates to about E72,000, which would make it about 1,800 years ago.
Oh.
So they're both from very different times.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing with the letter was after I dated it again and went back and looked at different date ranges in the historical records, what I then found was more of the records of the Autonome War, and he just like adjusts his non-existent collar, against the tyrant Baxterow, who was basically farming them for technological advancements.
The Autonomes?
The Autonomes.
Farming them, were they building them?
More like he was rebuilding them?
What? I don't know what you mean.
By this point in history, the Autonomes were established as their own species, as their own colonies, right? So the Autonome people were largely established and had their own territories. And this is also way before the Astral Alliance was ever established, so there wasn't intermediaries with intergalactic conflicts like this. And it looks like, best I can tell, based off of their records, they were being harassed by King Baxterow's empire for a really, really long time. And probably his father and a little dynasty type thing. But that's kind of not the bad news.
That's the good news?
No, I'm not saying that's the good news, I'm just saying that's not the worst news.
Alright, just rip the band-aid off, Hubel. What's going on?
The worst news is, at looking at nearby planetary surveillance and communications between vessels in the area, what I was able to figure out was that Zari 9 and Zari 10 did exist. It's just a lot of people had the time period wrong, which is why there's been so much confusion. What happened, based off of what we found at the ruins, is that Zari 9 and Zari 10 were in a binary orbit around each other.
What is that?
They
were orbiting each other alone?
Yes. Well, both around a larger celestial system, but the two planets themselves were basically in a, think of it like a normal planet and a moon locked together in orbits.
Sure.
But they were both closer to a planetary scale.
Interesting.
And for the most part, that they were stable in this binary orbit. What ended up happening was one of the planets went missing from a binary orbit. And the second one fell into the black hole.
How did it go missing? How does a planet go missing?
Based off of what we found at the ruins, it flew away.
Oh, wait. You're saying the planet was a ship?
Yes. And because one of the planets left the binary orbit, the second one was doomed. And based off of what we found, it sounded like the first one didn't do any better.
So, one planet flew away, dooming the other one to fly into the black hole, where it potentially could still be.
Potentially.
And the other one we found the remains of. And you're saying this was 14,000 years ago?
Yeah.
And it was 14,000 years ago, you're certain that the ruins that we found fell into ruin?
Based on the carbon dating of it and the various other dating methods, I did like 3 different dating methods.
Then what is the timeline for me between Baxter dying and me appearing 5 years ago?
14,000 and a smidge years?
But, so you know about decomposition, I'm assuming, right, Hubel?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
So, I point down to myself,
This is why I started with the question, do you really think you're literally him?
I'm less certain now than I was before. Hubel? I have no idea who I am.
Our players are Lindsay Bates as Healer, Tyler C. Jiles as Dell, and Austyn Myers as Alabaster. Our Dungeon Master and lead writer is Sam Bedford, and our exceptional production team is made up of Jay Jolley as producer. For the rest of the credits, please check out the description, and we extend a massive thank you to everyone who helped make this podcast possible. This has been a Typical Tower Gaming production, and for myself and the whole team, thank you.
What are you drawing?
I'm coloring in the blueprints.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.